Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today on Woodworking Wednesday we're going to be doing a pin. It's one of these traditional pins, and we're going to be doing it out of a piece of oak burl that I harvested off of the oak tree and dried out, and we cast it in some green resin. And I'll take you down. This is the blank. Now it looks kind of rough right at the moment, but that's alright. We'll turn it down. This is the kit, so I don't normally take you through everything, but I am in this case. Alright, so we got both the tubes and we need to cut this down to the length, and I want kind of half and half. So looks like right there is going to be my best bet. So I'm going to take a Sharpie and just make a little notch right here, and then make a little notch right here. Alright, and then we'll jump over to the bandsaw and cut them off. So, just to give you a quick view, that's what the inside kind of looks like. There's a hole through there. Now it's time to get them glued up. Alright guys, so we're ready to glue up. I'm just going to mix up some epoxy. I'll leave some sort of rundown on that too, if I can't tell. Alright, now the next one. Now those will just set up in 5 minutes and be ready for turning. As so the epoxy set up, we're just gonna face them off. There she is set up. Let's do a rough turn down. I think I got it on the right speed. No. Change the speed real quick. Alright, now she's up to the fastest speed. definitely needs a sharpen, but that is looking pretty sweet. So to me, that's looking pretty good. I got a few little areas to fill, but we'll get them filled up and come back. Sorry, I had the mask on. We'll get them filled up and come back. We had just a couple small little air bubbles in there that didn't get all the resin, but we're getting closer, guys. Alright guys, we're going to be switching to this tool. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I'm just going to use it to get tight into these areas here and kind of clean up everything. As you can tell, I patched some of the air bubbles. I just mixed up some 5-minute epoxy with the pigment and patched it in. So let's get going on this. Really liking the way that's looking. I'm gonna have to stabilize this wood with some CA, so I'm gonna get ready to do that. And all I'm gonna do, put this rag down there and just kind of coat it heavily with some thin CA, just to kind of give that some rigidness. I would have stabilized this before I did this, but my vacuum pump broke, so let's just get this stabilized. Alright guys, so we got it pretty well coated with CA. As you can see, I'm really liking the way this is coming out. So now we're going to start sanding through the grits. I'm going to start at 120 and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I took it up to 1200, and that's the finished product, which, I mean, this thing's coming out beautifully. Alright, so the coating I'm going to do is going to just be a CA finish because of how porous the wood is. I think it'll just be the best to do between the resin and the wood. So we're just going to do that right now. Got a paper towel. I'm just going to turn the lathe on and give it a real thin coat of thin. Let that spin out for a minute. Oh man, that looks beautiful. That is freaking gorgeous. Alright guys, I'm going to do a couple more coats and I'll come back to you when we're ready to put it together. Alright guys, so Here's the assembly instructions. This is the first time I've ever used one of the or put one of these together, so hopefully I don't screw it up. But we're going to be using this. This is an actual ink cartridge. These are just throwaways, but the pen kit also comes with one of these. This is a refillable one. Apparently you just, once it's all the way down, you back screw it and it sucks ink up into it and you've got your pen refilled. But I didn't show you all the finished product. Ain't that gorgeous? I think so. So I had to take a razor blade and cut out this little notch, and I'm hoping that it's deep enough, because when you seat this down in there, this little piece has to seat down in there, and to be honest with you, it don't look deep enough. When I did the barrel trimming, I might have done a little too much, but we're going to try it out first. We pretty much, this one's the one with the notch, so this one gets these guys pressed on there gently. So we're going to do one part of the way, then come back and do the other part of the way. That way we're not like over seating them. You got to be extremely careful with this part, because if they're not going in perfectly straight, you can crack your wood or your finish, and it's just all kinds of aggravating. So there that is. Alright, and see, the notch is like that. So I want the pen to be like that. So we're going to take this end cap, screw it on right there, and this screws on right there. Alright, there's that part of the pen. There's the actual pen tip. Alright, then we take the part with the notch, line it up best we can. I'm hoping all this is in shot. Alright, well, that's seated down in there nicely. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, that's how the pen goes together. And then you just pop that off, the plastic cap stays in there, and you got it to write with. So now we're going to install the ink cartridge. And apparently all you do, there's a little piece in there, you take this and press it on there right like that. And there we go. There's our pen all finished up, guys. So let me grab a clean sheet of paper and we'll see how to write with it, because I have never wrote with any of these. I wonder why this comes off. I wonder if it's so. Can you? Nope. I'm not quite sure why that's there. Write with one of these, but let's see if it works. Yep. Ooh.
All right.
Alright guys, there's that finished pen. Like I said before, I am ecstatic with the way these blanks came out and the way this pen came out. Definitely want to do more of these fountain style pens. These are just really cool pens. I know people who do like the calligraphy writing, they can really make it look pretty with these things. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. This was something new for me, casting the blank all the way to the finished product, putting this pen together. But thank y'all for joining along. As always, guys, have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next one.